Hello America, hello world. It's your boy Tony Magnum, and unfortunately we are not gaming. This is not TMG Tony Magnum Gaming. This is an interlude because as y'all can tell I have not been recording and gaming lately, and it's because honestly I pulled the trigger a little too soon on the gaming channel. So what have I been doing on the side? This old Peterbilt logo, I became a trucker. So I went ahead and got my CDL and I hit the road trying to basically explore different options and try to put myself back in the gaming light. But it's going to take some hard work, and I honestly did not want to do any kind of security work again, but I'm getting ahead of myself. If you want to hear that little bit right there, you should check out my Instagram, Tony Magnum 0. But let me go ahead and backtrack a little bit. So let me give a shout out to some of the trucking channels that I ran into while I was looking into this whole getting my CDL, trying to be a trucker thing. The Helpful Trucker, let me see, Mother Truckers, the Asian guy, he's had some useful information, and what was the other one? Bonehead Truckers. I'm gonna do my best not to be on that channel because they talk about truckers being boneheads and whatnot. And on that note, as you can see out here, I'm stuck in the snow. Not stuck. I'm parked in this garage area because they gotta work on my trailer and whatnot. But basically I had to make an executive decision to pull my happy ass over because the snow just got bad, visibility got bad. I'm like, you know what? Nope, I am not trying to muscle my way through this. So eventually I did get over to this area and where they have better bathrooms. So that's pretty good right there. This is Christmas Day though. So is it sad? We'll get into that here in a little bit. I don't want to take up too much of your time with this catch-up video. So let's answer the big question first. I gave my shout outs. Number one, why trucking? Because I wanted something different from security. Some of y'all who may know me in a personal note know I've been doing security and enforcement billets my whole life. Marine Corps, bouncing, yada yada. Again, you can check out my Instagram for those answers right there. But I needed something different. I wanted something more independent because I'm by myself. A lot of people take advantage of my kindness because I'm a big guy. I look all big and scary at first, but then when I actually show you I got some damn manners and some common sense, it's like you take that as a sign of weakness. I'm not saying you individually, but people take that as a sign of weakness and see how much they can poke to bear. Then when I had enough and swipe back at their asses, then they gaslight me and make me out to be the bad guy. I call that whole thing the Goliath complex. All these little David and Goliath. You got these little Davids out here need to find a Goliath so damn bad. They need to make someone else to be the enemy, and usually I'm that guy because I'm too damn passive and just let these children play. I already know what you're doing. I've seen it too many damn times. I'm 35 years old. I've seen it too many times. I just ignore it, try to get my job done, but eventually I do get tested just a little too much. So moving on past that, also the whole trucking aspect is something I really didn't want to do. I'm not shaming the industry or talking shit. It's just basically this is a big challenge for me. I particularly do not like driving. I'm a very defensive driver. I'm not saying I drive like a grandma, but it's like I'm remembering all the ditties from driver's ed and everything when I'm driving just my regular POV vehicle. And now I've actually taken on the challenge to drive this big motherfucker, which I nicknamed Hammer Down, by the way. Just wow. So that's a fear right there. And the fear of, actually, this is one thing I didn't want to face. I did not want to face all that snow. I didn't want to face that, but here I am. So we're hitting everything head on. This is my week 2 of being on my own, by the way. So there's that. Another thing about trucking, I'm hoping to basically get the skill set so I don't have to ever use security again. Hoping to get the skills, and it opens up other opportunities later on, just to see. Like I said, taking this as a challenge. And I do want to get back to gaming, so this is going to just cover a nice little gap in order for me to get back to gaming. And then after that, we'll get back in the gym. Now, the fitness aspect. Some of y'all may know me as a fitness guy. I do miss the gym. I've been on a weight loss kick recently, and simply put, I want to just rant about that. Weight loss, this is for all those fat acceptance people out there. And I know there's a stereotype about truckers gaining weight and whatnot. It's simply calories in, calories out. You gotta have some discipline about watching what you eat and getting out and moving around a little bit. Get yourself breathing more. I may be driving a flatbed and I gotta be up on that trailer hooking things down and whatnot. I may be doing that, but is it really enough to keep yourself in a healthier state? No, sir. Gentlemen, get out and legitly move. Find something and lift. Do some sky jumps or something. I ran around on my load checks. I ran around my truck a few laps and stuff, knocked out a set of push-ups and whatnot. You got to do something to keep yourself a little bit more active than just securing your load. But I want to get back to honestly being able to comfortably be in my gym, my home gym. Some of y'all may not know I have that on this channel, but on my home gym, playing my video games and just getting back to being a solid hermit mode. Yeah. And let me see, I think that's really the only real big update I have for y'all. And let's talk about this too, the masculinity kick. Now again, you'll hear me on Instagram, I talk a lot more about masculinity and stuff like that. This is probably the closest route I can think of that will get me closer to being a top G with a Bugatti. I probably won't be a top G, I probably ain't gonna have a Bugatti, but I'll get a little bit closer to this one thing that a lot of men really want, but they can't say it out loud because they'll piss off the women. Peace of mind. That's what I want most of all. I'm working hard for my peace. So this is going to be the route that will get me there, and I'm just going to give it my best shot on that. Also, this is the last little note. It's a flex on people of my prior workplace, my prior security gig, because this scenario right here, a lot of them can't do. This is Christmas Day and I'm snowed in over here at upstate New York. People cannot handle that. They're probably freaking out and tripping. But I made some sacrifices, especially with my family. I can't let them hold me back and let their mediocreness just poison me. No. And so I had to cut them off, make these changes to actually just focus hard on building myself into where I want to be. Good luck to the rest of you. There's no harm, no foul, but I'm not going to sit there and play favorites if you're just going to be completely useless and mediocre. Talk about all the things you want, but you don't want to do any actions behind it. Nope, this is the slap in the face to all that. And also this strength right here of me making that sacrifice, it makes me a useful component. Back to the actual workplace thing, where they wanted that we were low on bodies, right? We were low on bodies and we were doing drafts and doubles a lot of times. This one particular position I had, I love that position. I was by myself, it was just my spot. So it was an A, B, C shift type deal, okay? So I was the A shift guy. The B shift people got bounced out. The one bitch, because she was, I don't know, when just wanted other things. She couldn't handle the doubles because of her mental health issues. But she's a female that fucks drug dealers and fucks abusive men and didn't want to cry about it later. So whatever on her. Then the other guy who took her spot for a little bit, he's just another guy who has to do all these National Guard extra missions to pay for other men's children. He won't say that out loud, but I'll say it. Yeah, that's what he does. So after these two got bounced out of there, the only people that were there were just fillers. These are people who fill in the spot. So I figured, hey, this is how capitalism works. I know a lot of you little commies out there don't like capitalism, but this is how it works. You supply a demand or you solve a problem. So I was doing both. We're low on bodies. Why don't I just hold down that position for the A and the B shift for 6 to 7 days a week? So therefore, that's one less person you have to worry about drafting, and the spot's already covered. So you don't have to come and get me because I already got my stuff set up down there in that office. Kind of makes sense, right? But then they wanted to throw up these little arguments about favoritism. Who's the other motherfucker who wants to work 6 to 7 days back to back? Remember, I'm a freaking cranky old man. I don't got no life, I don't got no wife, no family, no nothing like that. So me just making money is just there. But see, I'm solving a problem for the rest of y'all. So you want me to be part of the pool of, if I want to be drafted, or you want to be part of that circle of refusing drafts and shit like that. Cool. But I went ahead and just did it the longer way of basically trading out with the people who didn't want the spot because the spot is boring and isolated, especially for the B shift. But they were willing to work with me and make it happen. And then on top of that, people started pocket watching your boy. Wait a minute, hold up. So you telling me I'm using the same thing that everyone else can be doing? Matter of fact, I've been doing this for freaking 5 years. Not at that particular spot, but I was doing mad drafts and mad doubles, picking up 7 days a week. Now all of a sudden y'all pocket watching me because I'm trying to make the workflow just a little bit more comfortable for myself, as in just being in the one spot that I actually like, that the client actually wanted me to be at more often, claiming I was the best person for that position. Yep, that's the kind of people I work with, and that's the kind of people that always want to make fun of and try to take advantage of me. Well, I'm tired of it. So back to why I'm doing trucking now. I don't want to go to this route of having to deal with other people. I just want to be by myself, and if that means entertaining y'all with some video games, or maybe giving y'all some word on fitness related stuff, especially strength training, or just being another representative of the masculinity red pill thing, it's all right. It's okay to be a man. Well, sorry, I'm gonna steal a page from Jordan Peterson. It's not okay. It's necessary. And by that, just focus on your work and do your thing. It's causing no harm, but take no shit. And that means if a woman get mad, so that's a woman. So what can she do? Call your names and not have sex with you? Whoop-de-fucking do. Whoop-de-fucking do. So that's another thing I'm on. And it's just, I just want to let y'all know this is what it's going to be. And from the little comments I'm getting back and forth, especially on Instagram now, it seems like men are gearing up. 2023, just by that little bit I'm seeing. I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much, but it seems like men are actually waking up and preparing themselves mentally to make a big move. And I'm not saying it's going to harm women. They're just not going to like it, because the men, I'm going to encourage men. This is me telling you. I'm not telling you to hurt women, take away their rights, or anything like that. What I am saying is refuse to be their safety net when their little plan don't work. You're a man. You got to make your own plan. Walk your own tightrope. They're women. Usually wear their safety net for them. They try to walk their tightrope. Don't be that guy. That's my message. And I think 2023, that message is actually picking up. All right, that's enough for me running my suck for today. So last little notes just to go on. Yes, I do want to get back in YouTube gaming. Yes, I do want to get back in that, but gotta take this different route here, learn a new skill set, and better prepare myself to do that for the long haul. Two, when it comes to fitness, I am a predominant believer in strength training mostly. Yes, do you do cardio and whatnot, that's fine, but it's more like a health thing, a check in the box. And when it comes to weight loss is easier than strength training. I'm going to go ahead and say it, because when I started losing weight, I was about roughly 320 pounds. Right now, I'm sitting about 270 pounds, just because I did this one simple thing. Count your calories. That's all I had to do. I during this whole little process here, I was taken away from the gym for a lot of time, but I still managed to lose all that damn weight. So I can't wait to combine what my new diet, I don't want to say restrictions, but diet intentiveness with my natural strength training of just like getting back and pumping that iron. I can't wait to see the honest combo of the two. Excuse me. And then finally, number 3, masculinity. Here's the question, men, I want y'all to ask yourselves, okay? When it comes to being a real man, you're going to hear a lot of shit, me, a bunch of people, women, about what it means to be a real man. You need to take that tactical pause and think for yourself, for that heartbeat, okay? When you hear someone comes at you with being a real man, you need to ask yourself, who does it benefit? When you ask that, you gotta like, is being a real man worth it coming from this source here? You gotta ask yourself that. See, I'm not going to give you the straight answer. I'm telling you to think for yourself. But when you hear, like, let me go ahead and give you an example, just try to lay it out there. You got a woman who is just a typical, or just ratchet, loud, disrespectful, free spirit, all that blah, 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 right? You're going to let her tell you what it means to be a real man? And ultimately, when it comes from those types, usually it's from you allowing them to keep doing their fuck shit. Is that the real man you want to be? Just a man that allows this ratchet ass female to get away with her fuck shit? Just think about it. And that's enough. Y'all have a good day. Merry Christmas. And 2023 is on. We grinding.